When the house that has always felt like home slips away from your grasp, there's only one thing left to do: throw a party. That's precisely what the group decides to do in Love Fest, as they gather at Cousins Beach to bid farewell and honor the memory of Susanna's house. However, as expected with a party centered around love and fueled by alcohol, there are bound to be some complications. Each love duo or triangle gets caught up in innocent flirtation before things take an unexpected turn. As with any party, there's the usual planning involved: choosing the perfect playlist, designing invitations, and picking out party favors. The twist here is that this retro-themed party includes performers from the millennial era like Sublime and Blink-182, which might be a little frustrating for some who are looking for a more authentic retro experience. But despite that, the party still promises to be a memorable affair as they bid farewell to the cherished house. Naturally, Belly joins Conrad and Jeremiah for a night of drinking. Though Conrad and Jeremiah fail in their efforts, she surprises them by convincing the cashier to give her booze without much trouble. It's a plausible story and they decide to let it slide. Later, she buys Slurpees for Jeremiah and herself, telling Conrad that he always found them too sweet when he wonders why she didn't get him one. In a provocative manner, he compliments her cocktail making skills, and she teasingly responds that cocktails are her specialty, hinting at their past hookup at the beach home. In an unexpected moment at a party supply store, Belly takes advantage of the opportunity to apologize for their altercation at the funeral. Throughout the season, it's clear that she still has feelings for Conrad and would choose him if given the chance. He opens up about suffering a panic attack, and his friend Aubrey was the one who discovered him. Vulnerably, he admits that he wishes it had been Belly instead. As they have a heartfelt exchange, Jeremiah approaches from the opposite side of the aisle and notices the connection between them. He encourages them to act quickly, sensing the potential for something more. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that Jeremiah is giving up on Belly. The poolside flirting between old friends, accompanied by Taylor Swift's song Delicate, might be a subtle hint that a version of Taylor's reputation is on the way. Later during the party, Jeremiah comes to Belly's rescue when she almost falls. As she roller skates around, he whispers in her ear, seductively saying, "You don't have to injure yourself to win my attention." When Sky asks for kissing advice, Belly reminisces about her passionate kiss with Jeremiah, indicating that she is still torn between her feelings. However, it's clear that Belly also still has strong feelings for Conrad. Her emotions are tangled in a complicated game involving the two bereaved brothers. The passing of Susanna, only 6 weeks ago, has added tension to the situation. By the end of the episode, Conrad saves Belly when she gets caught in the ocean's current, but she scolds him for seeking Jeremiah's blessing. This confuses her because she believed her desires and feelings were apparent to all three of them, but it turns out she was mistaken. As she sobs, she tries to explain to Conrad the turmoil she's experiencing. If she had known that he was fighting for her once again, she would probably have stood by him and supported him through the tough times. It might seem strange to hinge the future of their relationship on a single event, but it's clear that this event provoked some reaction from Belly. The situation escalates when Conrad and Jeremiah have a major argument upon their return home. Jeremiah brands Conrad as a coward and accuses him of always giving up when faced with difficulties, declaring that he doesn't want to know someone like that. It's a heartbreaking scene, especially considering Susanna's dying wish for her brothers to never be separated. In distress, Belly calls her mother while intoxicated and pleads with her to come and fix everything, feeling like she's the obstacle standing in the way. On a brighter note, there is hope for the upcoming episode, as it may feature the long-awaited mother-daughter interaction between Laurel and Belly. The episode, despite its depressing moments, has a silver lining as Steven approaches Taylor in a respectful manner. He confesses his feelings for her and calls her his favorite person. Taylor, with her low standards, determines who loves her the most based on who knows her middle name. However, that seems to be a crucial aspect of a high school romance. The moment nearly gets ruined when her boyfriend Milo shows up and starts a fight with Stefan, but in the end, she chooses Stefan. Love Fest has a couple of positive moments, including the scene where they finally kiss at the end of the episode while Taylor Swift's song Snow on the Beach plays in the background. Another heartwarming moment is when Sky opens up to their cousins. They decide to put the advice they received about kissing into practice immediately and share a kiss beside the pool with Cam. For the secondary characters, it's a beautiful moment and it gives Elsie Fisher's character something meaningful to do. However, we also catch a glimpse of the difficult time they are going through after the passing of Julia and Susanna's father, and Kara Sedgwick's screen time remains relatively limited. The beach house was owned by their father, and Julia still struggles with her place in the family as she is from the previous marriage. As the season approaches its conclusion, there are undoubtedly more revelations to come regarding this storyline. In the flashbacks, Susanna appears to be nothing but friendly and inclusive. Despite Sky's pleas for her not to sell the house, Aunt Julia remains steadfast in her decision. Following a night-long conversation with her mother, Sky proposes a compromise to the group. The prospective new owners of the house have consented to allow them to rent it for a single week each summer. However, Connor promptly rejects this proposition. The outcome of the sale remains uncertain, given the home's deteriorated condition as shown towards the conclusion of the episode, including vomit on the floor, graffiti on the wall, and at least one broken window.